We started out of my dining room with 4 people. And did I have the big dreams? Yes. Did I think we could get this big? Yes. Did I think that we would dress all these women? Yes. Was I expecting that it was going to be vertically integrated in year 4? No. Year
I did.
3, 2?
I did.
Year 2?
I'm Ricardo Larroudé.
Marina Larroudé, co-founder of Larroudé.
A brand that we co-founded together. Sharing a purpose with your spouse, and I mean, she's my soulmate, you know. I never thought I'd be working with her. I never thought about it. And I always thought that, you know, good companies have good founders.
I can only say it for myself. Like, he's the person that I trust the most in my life. So why not have the person that I trust the most to be also my business partner? The amazing joy that I have is it does not feel like work.
Yeah.
Because it is a 24/7 thing, and we are constantly talking about Larroudé as it is our 3rd child. So there is that blessing too, that you have someone that share the same vision and ambition and dream with you, so you can be constantly talking about your dream.
There's a phrase that it's our motto. It's like you, us, we all, which is about creating a community through individuality. So it starts with the individual, you, us, we all. And I like this approach that Marina has, that it's giving joy to everyone at the highest quality possible.
First and foremost, it's all about the highest quality product, because a brand can be a marketing genius, right? But then if the product's not there, then you don't have a brand, you have an Instagram post. So it always starts with the very purposeful product. And then how we see it differentiate, it is the brand that it's talking to the customer in a very approachable and real, honest way. And so for us, the brand is just an extension of our home, how we behave in life, and how like our values. And I think at the end of the day, the customer is really relating to us. We are standing out in the crowd because we are unique on itself, and we truly believe that that's our mission and what we want to do, and not be generic, right?
It's not about us dictating to what someone else's life should be. The brand works very much like a platform for people to express themselves in fashion.
We represent women. We represent what they're going through. We represent their struggles, their funny moments, their, everything in between, from like drop-offs to bachelorette parties to wedding, and the joy in everyone's lives. And this is what we want, for the customer to see in us, with a lot of humor, of course.
Yeah. If you're going to be talking about product, you should really be talking about making your product. So if you want to make a difference, and not just like if you hire a factory to do stuff for you, anyone else can hire that factory. And whatever you learn in making a specific product, you want to keep it inside, and you want to be able to, do it better and better every single time. When you studied the market and saw, the most successful fashion brands and footwear brands, they are vertically integrated. But the speedness of how you can develop new products, and if the product is a winner, you can just lean into production. It just made sense. And especially in the world of DTC, of digital marketing, things can scale up quite quickly. So if you're dealing with a fashion product that you need to then scale production as quickly as something goes viral, you need to control that. But if you're going to do a crafted, handmade shoe, and you want to be able to do many of them, you need to control that production. You need to know how to make it really, really well.
We can design a shoe, get a shoe ready, let's say in a matter of like a week, and then we can hit market in another 5 days. So we do things very fast. We can, as Ricardo says, we can see something that it's performing. Let's say this sandal, this shoe, it's our bestseller right now. It's something that we launched matter of a couple of months ago. We saw that the silhouette, the leather piece of it, the macrame of it really worked. And then we were able to do recolor and bring that style and materials into our winning formulas in a matter of weeks, and hit the market in a matter of weeks. And that's very unheard of in the luxury space, luxury footwear space that we are at. If you are a regular other brand, or they wait at least a season to be over. It would take a year for them to do it, and we do it in a matter of like a couple of weeks.
Yeah. We cut down for like 120 days from like design to having products done. We today could do like a new recoloring of a silhouette that already exists to having product shipped within 5 days. But we're vertically integrated, not only the production, but like the design. So whenever we need to come up with a new design, we can have a sample done in hours.
And marketing, because photography, e-com, like video.
We do the pictures inside,
Studio,
next door.
Everything is internal. I believe the pre-order in the past, when we launched pre-order business in December 1st, it's been a huge success and incredible to see how the market reacted as well. Because one of the very important things about our pre-order business model, it's not only we're testing out new ideas and creatives and products, but then also offering the customer to shop that at like the wholesale price. So instead of selling to, a big department store and then having them sell our product, we're offering that wholesale price directly to the customer.
And that's been a huge success. And that allows us to, when we see huge success, we can lean into variances of that design. And then I can also align with the supply chain to make sure that I can do the macrames in time and that I can buy the gold leather in time. So we're
building a more sustainable model. Because then we're not producing excess inventory.
Yeah.
We are producing exactly what the customer wants when they want, and they are dictating what they want, and we listen to her. If whatever she wants, she's going to get it.
Yeah, the old model had sell-throughs, and they talk about these numbers, and you hear about how many shoes are actually discarded or pieces of fashion that are never worn that get made. So there's this whole world of real traction in fashion that makes a lot of things go to waste, like over 50%. And we're basically front-wheel drive, so we don't skid on the back as much,
For me, it was all about the best shoe that we could ever make. For sure, there are a lot of footwear brands out there that are beautifully made, highest quality like ours, yes, but the price is 4 times more. And for sure, there are a lot of brands that maybe have the similar price point as ours, but then, they're poorly made, not made in leather. So for me, it was all about like giving the attention of a high quality product that is out there in the luxury items that are like $1,500, but giving it to the customer at a price that more people can enjoy.
Retention is definitely product quality and the value that people perceive when they get it. So I always think that a good business needs to have 3 wows. So the first one is when you see the product someplace or shelf or online, like, wow, I like this. And then the second time it should be when they open the box and they sense what they paid for. They're like, wow, this is better than I expected. And the third one is when they've been walking around for 3 months or 4 months and they think, wow, this has been my favorite shoe for a long time. Once you have those 3 wows, they come back many times. I think we've been successful in getting a lot of those wows through content, through product, through the quality that we're getting. Those have been the biggest drivers of growth. Vertical integration in the back end for production, and vertical integration into the front end. So creating content and focusing on DTC. It was extremely hard doing this. It's painful, but I think it's worth it. It's not natural because, someone that tries to solve many problems at the same time can get burned. We did have our pains going to that, but it's been...
We had growing pains for sure.
Yeah, but that's been the thing that allowed us to grow both ends. That just by driving more sales, finding people in other places, learning how to acquire customers.
We do pre-order.
That's exactly the reason why you need to be vertically integrated, because fashion is by definition something that's supposed to change. And by being a brand that is trying to please the customer, we find out what the customers have, and within our codes, then we go chase to deliver it. But if you do it the inverted way, that you build a big pile that you expect that they will like it, and then they don't, then you have to, hold inventory that could not be good inventory. So that's how we approach it. We try to take the fashion risk away. We can take risks, but then we only lean with capital once we found the good ones. Funding this working capital is key to driving sales. There's no way that you can grow the way we've been growing without having some capital to do these things. FleetCrow has been a partner. I don't know how long we've been in business, but it's been probably over a year, maybe years. And as we need capital to grow, It's one of the easy sources, and we've been able to pay our suppliers with FearPro's, financing lines. And hopefully we can keep doing this and doing more of this, because I think that the model works. And they've been great underwriters and understanding the business with us. We've been funding a lot of our growth through FearPro, and I think it's a modern way of lending.
Honestly, my advice is, for us, it really worked because we had a lot of experience prior to opening this. So we really hit the ground running. And so there was less learning. There's still a lot that we're learning, but we did less mistakes because we had the previous experience. So I see a lot that like young founders wanted to, and it's not that I want to discourage them, but I think it would be easier if I would be like, you know what, like spend 5 years working for other people, learn business etiquette, build a network that you can then reach out to people for finance or a photographer or a designer, or whoever that is. Throughout my, 15, 17, 18-year journey from editor to the wholesale retail business, I was able to see and learn so many things, meet so many people, meet so many creatives, from stylists to designers, to see how a product really performs at a store. And one of the things that I learned in the digital space, it's how global you can be and how many eyeballs you have. And then when I went into, retail, I learned that a lot of things that would perform really well in editorial, like a beautiful imagery, does not necessarily convert into sales, because the customer, it's either the price point or it's the fit, or there's just so many like rules that you learn for a product to really succeed. So I took all that learning and in my fashion space and put that into Larroudé and make my sauce of like, it needs to be in uniform, it needs to have personality, it needs to like fit everyone, it needs to be, universal enough, it needs to have a strong storytelling. And then like, what is that sauce? What are all those ingredients that you can stand out on yourself right now?
Don't follow the past. I'm saying that there's a lot of what's going on or what happened and worked for media publication and for distribution through third parties. That is very broken. You need to build, and all the brands, if you just follow through who has been a success and who's growing and who's paying their bills and who's paying, them, it's through a different channel. And you need to be nimble, you need to be fast, and you need to do it new.
And laser focused.
Laser focused, yeah.
You are going to have a lot of hard times, a lot of hard days, even while you're having successful moments. Power through, do it. The only way that you're not going to have hard times is if you quit. Then, no hard times are going to come your way.